A Stevie Wonder joke, always funny, really topical. Robot chicken at the forefront of its current.
Is it?
We're doing a DC special and a Stevie Wonder special.
Stevie Wonder.
All Stevie Wonder Robot
Is it
Chicken.
just a black screen for 30 minutes with
You
really
know,
good
I don't want to give it away.
Perfect. That sounds good though.
I'll stay
So after
fast.
6
Yeah.
seasons of the show, is the inspiration that brought you into this? Is it at this point?
Inspiration?
Yeah.
No, we're still a bunch of nerds.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Idiots playing with toys.
I mean, our group may have expanded a little bit as far as like our core writing team, but it's still the same bunch of idiots that started in that first season. Again, we've all been friends for 20 plus years, and that's what makes it, I think, maintain. It's not like if we all go off to do other things, we always come back to this, which is really nice.
And I think it is, the whole goal from the get-go has been, I want to make him laugh, and he wants to make me laugh. And that's literally it. And at some point down the road, it made other people laugh. But it really was started to make each other giggle, you know.
Yeah. It's our communal mindset. Again, Comic-Con is growing to a place where, did you think this when we started Robot Chicken? It was 2004. Comic-Con wasn't this big. You know, when I started in comics, it was 91. Comic-Con barely existed. It was a very different situation. Yeah.
We were afraid to unite at that point.
Yeah, we were.
Right.
I know.
Are there any toys or franchises that you guys think you shouldn't touch or you shouldn't mess with?
Shouldn't touch?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No.
I mean, there are properties that are more litigious than the others, but honestly, once we got George to give us his stamp of approval, it was like, well, he's the most litigious guy out there, and he's saying we can do it. Fuck it.
And there's this great amendment, you know, that allows us to do parody. So as long as we maintain with parody.
third, right?
Yeah, the third
Yeah,
amendment.
damn
That's a
right.
good one.
It's right there.
Parody, did you ever have any companies try to cease and desist?
Surprisingly, no. I mean, anything that may have popped up went away really quickly because they see it as free advertisement for them, and it makes them look good. We don't do anything with spite. We're not saying, hey, we hate your show. We're trying to make their shows
We have
look
said
cool.
we hate your show.
But you know, like, we're
In a
trying to
funny
make it
way.
look good. Yeah, and we got to the place now where like Mattel will do an exclusive action figure for He-Man with us. You know, like, do not get reshoots. That's the other thing about our budget does not allow. It's first take, one hit wonders. That's what we're all about. And if it doesn't work, fix it in editing. That's what the budget allows. And then the other one was we did a Children of Men sketch with Legos, which was the same type of thing. So yeah, because there are no Lego babies, so we had to point that out. Yeah. So. Yeah, so...
And we didn't have to point it out, but we did.
I know, we always make fun of Matt Beans is one of our writers, and he comes up with... all he does is Lego sketches. It's like a barrage of Lego sketches.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of modern TV that you guys despise? It doesn't seem
Despise?
Like... Well, I got right through season 6 like that, and it didn't seem like there was a lot of modern references.
It's hard because you have to remain timeless, you know? So if a show is not long-lasting, it's not worth taking a hit at. And comedies we're not going to make fun of, because making fun of a comedy is kind of weird. Yeah. And then as far as like dramas go, a lot of the stuff is great out there. You know, you look at we're in the glory age of television when it comes to, you know, all these dramatic shows. I mean, Breaking Bad was awesome. You know, it's like more people were talking about that than anybody.
La 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 la, don't spoil it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm joking. Totally kidding.
I haven't seen any of it. Don't spoil.
Totally good.
Do you guys have any new, guest voices coming in that different than you had in previous seasons?
We had that guy that created Game of Thrones. George Martin came in.
Yeah?
Oh, God, that's kind of scary.
He came in there in his captain's hat. Had no idea what the show was. Had never seen the show in his life.
Got a few, yeah. Sean Bean and Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones came on. Chris O'Donnell was in the other day. It's
Nice.
it's just like
Tell
a.
me he was playing Robin, please.
You know, he wasn't, and we did talk about that. I just like Seth's Robin too much
He's
to change
not
it up.
Robin. Come on. Stop it.
But yeah, it's like you never know who's gonna want to do the show, or you know, when they come in. It's like a random assortment of people, and that's part of the fun of it. We've gotten to this place where we have a laundry list of people on a sheet of paper, and we're like, all right, who do we want? And then at the same time, we're like, oh, this is another episode with Jesus, so Breckin's in this episode. So he's locked himself in for life.
Right.
Yeah. Between Boba Fett,
Yeah.
Superman.
As long as Jesus is popular.
Yeah.
Like Dueling Jesuses with you and Caviezel.
I would happily do that.
That would
We could go toe to toe.
We'll make that happen.
Jesus versus Jesus. Double impact. Yeah, Jesus.
In the Magic Pants sequence with voice of Bowie.
In which one?
The Magic Pants, the flashback with Toby, where he's in his therapist's office, and then he remembers David Bowie.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who. That was Seth, and those are all Seth.
Seth did a voice on the show.
I know, go figure.
Shocking.
Yeah. Seth does. I know, we have enough for 7 actors we can afford, and they can play 3 parts each, so that's 21 voices.
Right.
Everyone else is Seth. And we have 100 characters in an episode. So, poor Seth. Oh, and now,
Actually, that's the one thing
to
he's
my
not.
dismay, I'm allowed to do voices, and
Yes.
I'm awful. So if I want to ruin a sketch, I'll put myself in it.
Yeah.
Over
He's
the
not
past
kidding.
I'm terrible.
Over the past 6 seasons, who's your favorite guest that you've had to work with?
Besides Breckin.
I was gonna
Besides
say.
He's not a guest though.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was gonna say
you're part of the
you can't be,
crew.
you're both,
Yeah.
so-
Who would be your favorite?
My favorite still, I always come back to Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise came in together. Dom was on a walker at the time, but as a big Cannonball Run fan, it was amazing to be in that presence. And no joke, they went in the booth together. We did tequila shots to start the morning at 9 a.m. with him. I only did 1. They did more. And
They did more.
They did more so
Undisclosed.
with Seth. And then whenever Dom messed up, Bert slapped him. And it was like this, I was like, he's on a walker. And Bert's like, we do it all the time. And then Dom's like, we do it all the time. I'm like, oh, this is magical. And then afterward, they hung out the rest of the day telling stories to everyone else who came in, except us, because we were recording all the other people. So we were trying to catch what they were saying behind us. So they're telling stories of like the longest yard or you name it. And it was, yeah. It was
We had Don Knotts in. I know because it was back when I had a Treo. My phone was a Treo, and I had a very fuzzy, shitty Treo photo of me and Don Knotts. But he came in, and it was this. He was one of the first where I was like, this guy has no idea what our show is, and we're making him say these awful things with Mr. Furley and Barney Fife.
Awesome.
Okay,
Are,
one more question,
are there
guys.
any
Last question.
were there any ideas or concepts that you were really committed to doing, but at the end they just never panned out?
If they didn't
That you
pan
could
out,
talk
they're
about?
probably in the show, and we realized they didn't pan out by watching the show. Because again, it's like you don't have the time in the production schedule you just try to, when something screws up, you just try to make it the best it can be in that situation.
But there is a list of properties in the writers' room that is stuff we just can't crack. You know what I mean? It's stuff that we just have not been able to figure out the best way to do whatever. And there are certain ones that have been there for 7 years.
They just hang there taunting you. And
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just
One
sit there.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
they
actually
sit
have
there.
money
It's gonna
against
hit you.
each one of them
Yeah.
now, so where it's like if you can do it,
Yeah.
it's still it's hard to do because there are properties that are like visionaries. You know, you're like,
Yeah.
who's gonna come up with that great visionary sketch,
Yeah.
guys?
Nobody.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you
very
very
much.
much.
Have a good
Take
one,
care.
you guys.